Good morning, folks. We train Joku, Sneaker Principal, and it is the night. Actually, it's still nighttime, but it's actually morning time. So it's the morning after the 2025 Super Bowl. And as usual, spend time with friends. Some folks I haven't seen in a while. Brothers in the same space. Eating slightly unhealthy foods, partaking libations, and watching a good game. And I have to say, this is the first game I've watched in a very, very long time that I can actually say was very enjoyable. Like, it was a good game. You got to see football, in my opinion, at its finest. It's a game of inches, a game of will, and to watch these young men, because now I can say young men because I am a man of a certain age, engage in a game that I loved for a while I played in high school and some in college. Was actually quite fun. But the thing I enjoyed about the game the most is the backstories, and the connections to life. I remember when I was in high school, a coach always taught us that football mirrored life exactly, and about how life was about the individual effort, but also the collective effort as a team. So the individual being you going through life, and then the team being those people who, no matter what you wanted to say or do, you couldn't get through life without. So those could be your immediate family, the ones that they brought you into the world, then the family that you create for yourself, your colleagues at work, those in your community. There was always something that you're working towards that you had to work toward together. That if you didn't understand this, you would struggle through life. It was funny because football, you're thinking, hey, we're playing a sport here. What are we talking about all this life stuff for? It's the ball, 6 points, 1 point, 2 points, football. And last night, we got to see that. And I'll tell you, the person that impressed me the most was Jalen Hurts, the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. And the reason I was most impressed by him is that I can't give you the full story, but I just know what I've heard over and over again. Him being benched in college, doing a championship game, the humiliation he went through, people calling into question his heart, his ability, his commitment, all these different things, and still wanting to win, wanting to prove, maybe to himself, probably to others, that whatever was being said about him was not true. And to go from college and being sidelined like that to now being in the NFL, and within 7 years of being in the NFL, within his 7-year career, I think 7 years or so, he's been to Super Bowl twice. He lost the first time, and a lot of people dismissed him. They were like, it wasn't him. It was just that got the team to Super Bowl. It was a collective team. But however, he was the reason they lost. This stuff I heard. He's not a good quarterback. He's not been. Even right now, as he's won the Super Bowl, like he won last night. There was an argument that ensued yesterday amongst the brothers who were sitting there watching this game, saying, "Is he a top 5 quarterback?" And there were many people who were saying, "No, he isn't. There's all these quarterbacks better than him." But my argument was, but none of them are champions. None of them won this year. It's a game of inches. You have the best stats in the world, but if you can't get the job done, then you can't get the job done. You can have the worst stats in the year, and I'm sorry, you cannot get to Super Bowl and have the worst stats. You might not have the best stats compared to, the elite quarterbacks in the league right now, but you got there, and you've gotten there twice in your career, and not only that, the team that you beat was going for a three-peat. Kansas City was supposed to win this game. Everybody said so. No one. I don't think most of the football pundits gave them a chance. Not a chance in heck to win. To win against Kansas City Chiefs, who have been the darlings of football. Literally, Kansas City Chiefs are like the modern day New England Patriots. They're the modern day, we're talking about. Why am I forgetting his name right now? Their quarterback. He's like the modern day Tom Brady. That's how he's being heralded. But however, Jalen Hurts and his team, the Philadelphia Eagles, beat them. So why wouldn't he be part of the conversation as one of the top quarterbacks, at least of this season? If not, over the course of time during which he has taken the Eagles or has led the Eagles to Super Bowl. Twice I think within the past 3 years or so. So my point here is, as a leader, you're going to have people, they always got something to say about you. They're always going to have to say, or justify their existence by minimizing yours. Jalen Hurts went through it in college. I'm sure he's probably had his moments, in high school, whatever the case, I don't know. But definitely in college, the way he was treated in college, I think most people would fold. But he said no. He made his way into NFL, earned his spot, and has been fighting ever since then. And people still had something to say about him. But what I saw yesterday was a quarterback through it all kept on fighting. A quarterback through it all who said, "You know what? I'm going to take responsibility for my team." But then in return, I saw a team that said, "You know what? We're going to ride for you. You're our leader, and we're going to stand by your side and fight for every inch, because we know what we're facing. We're facing one of the best teams possibly in history. I'm like, they can't lose." But however, our mentality is going to be, they weren't supposed to lose until they met us. So I make this connection to leadership. I make this connection to the work that we do as school leaders or any other profession you're in. As the individual, you're going to have to face a lot of nonsense, a lot of naysayers, those who are telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not supposed to be here. They're going to say that you're only here because of who because of nepotism or whatever the case is. I'm talking to those people who know in their hearts that you're fighting, the work that you do, what you're fighting for is one that is grounded in your belief that you're the best of what you do, or you want the best for the community that you serve, for the company that you serve. Like, this is what you do. Like, you would not lose, regardless of what people have to say about you, regardless of all the naysayers that everybody who got. Sometimes everyone has something to say. And at the same time, it's very important. You understand the other part of this coin? The people that you work with, those who believe in you because you believe in them, because you build them up. I saw the Eagles last night say, "We're going to get this job done because this is what we're supposed to do." And again, I'm going to say, they looked at Jalen and said, "You are our leader. We're going to rock with you." I love the fact that the end, as they had won, The number of men that I saw look for him. I'm talking about Johnny's teammates who looked for him and came up to him in the middle of the interview and were above the interview, telling him how much they loved him, telling him we did this for you, giving him hugs. And then I saw in his face, Hurt's face, the bewilderment, the shock. I don't think it was a shock because that they actually did it. It was a shock of, man, my guys really believed in me. My guys really, really, really love me. And what I'm experiencing right now is that, hey, no matter what happened tonight, we went through this together. And that's powerful. As a leader in my school, that is the kind of community that I thrive to build all the time. I've been a principal in 3 different schools, and each of those schools, I have believed, and I still do believe, that building that kind of camaraderie, that kind of love, that kind of, like support for each other has been one of the reasons that we've been able to do what we did. It's one thing to be the individual saying, oh, I'm the principal, I'm the manager, I'm the CEO, I'm the this, I'm the that. But also understanding that there's also a we in there. And the we is grounded in those people who are there by your side, above you, sometimes below you. And when I mean below you, not that they're less than, but they're there to support the work. And often these are people that we don't often see. In the schools that I've worked at, I mean, I've made it a point to be like, okay, who are the people in the cafeteria making sure the kids are fed? The custodial staff, who are they making sure the building is clean and any maintenance that needs to be done is done? The school safety officers, who are they? And again, how do I support all of them in their work? As I know that their existence supports the work that I do, or the work that we do as a school community. Who are the teachers, the school aides, the secretaries, the paraprofessionals, my teacher leaders, my assistant principal? Who are they? And how do I, as the individual, support their work, their ambitions, their dreams? And even better yet, how do I make it not about me? How do I make it about the mission? How do I make it about the championship? And for us, the championship is student performance, student proficiency, graduation, those who graduate, and not just to graduate for the sake of graduation because we want percentages, those who move on to high school and college and so forth, who could come back and say, thank you. All those years ago, what you said to us, what you did for us made a difference, and that's why we are where we are right now. And those things. I might be rambling a little bit right now, but there is an energy, there is a level of just commitment to not just excellence, but commitment to each other's vision for the outcome of last night that I saw in the Philadelphia Eagles. And that is something that I believe that we need to foster more in what we do in our work, regardless of what it is. In my case, is education. Call to action. What is your championship? What is that thing that the mission that you have at your school and within your organization? That championship, that mission, that end goal. What is it for you, for your organization, for your school community? And what is your personal commitment to that work? But better yet, what is your personal commitment to make sure that you're carrying everybody on your shoulders? That you're not one of those people that says, we're losing because of them. But rather you're saying, how do we win because of each other? And that's what I saw last night. And again, I'm not saying I didn't see that with Kansas City Chiefs, not at all. But it just wasn't their night. But I think the collective story of Jalen Hurts and from college to where he is today, waking up probably in a couple of hours, maybe he hasn't even slept yet, saying, "Man, I did it. I shut the naysayers who tried to tell me that I wasn't good enough. But better yet now, we did it because without my guys, I wouldn't have been able to have accomplished that goal that I had as far as, defying those who try to shut me out." All right, y'all. Take care of your people, and they'll take care of you. Have a very clear goal for yourself and vision for yourself, and they will help you accomplish it. But just also remember, while they're helping you accomplish it, it's bi-directional. Whether you know it or not, you're helping them accomplish their goals as well. All right, y'all. Uche Njoku, Sneaker Principal. Till next time.